obviously there's a lot going on outside this building, but what's going on inside about the OBJ situation?
Um, I on defense, I feel like I don't know too much about it. I mean, I could easily open up Twitter or something and do what everyone else is doing, but it's just something that's we've been dealing with. Hopefully, we can get him back if that's possible. That's just my opinion on it, and if not, we just got to carry on. We got a big game coming up, another division game, so that's what my mindset is. Just get ready for this week.
It doesn't seem like that's going to be possible at this point. Is this is the locker room divided over this? There were teammates liking the video. So is the locker room divided right now?
I don't feel that way. I don't get that vibe. I just feel like as a competitor, as a player, you want to see your guys have success. You want to see your guys do as well as they can. And when that doesn't happen, you obviously feel a certain type of way. But I don't think it's dividing the team any type of way. I just feel like we're just a hardworking bunch of guys. And like I said before, if there's any way that he can get back in the building, I would be tremendously happy. But we just got to move forward.
Do you feel like you guys have kind of managed these last few days well in terms of like not letting it become too big of a distraction, or has it become a distraction?
I think we had a good day of practice yesterday. I think this walkthrough was just a great walkthrough we had. I don't think it's much of a distraction to us. I really didn't even know anything until yesterday morning. I feel like most of the team was in that same boat, so I don't think it's too much of a distraction. Like I said, we got a big game, a division opponent, and we're really locked in on that.
You mentioned not knowing much about it until yesterday morning. Were you surprised that all this happened?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. Just not seeing it before. Not seeing someone. Usually it's like disciplinary reasons that someone's not here. But like I said, I don't even know the true reason why it happened. So I think it was a surprise. But it's the NFL. Things like that happen all the time. So we just got to keep it pushing.
Did you watch the video that was posted?
I didn't.
Are you concerned if he is released, he could end up on a team you're competing with for a playoff spot like the Ravens or Raiders or somebody?
That's definitely a possibility. Like I said, this is the NFL. Guys get moved around all the time. Hopefully, we can keep him in here. But if we got to play him, we're gonna give him our best shot. And, I just wish him more success, everything he does. But hopefully, he could be here somehow.
John, Jamar Chase, you're the last line of defense. Yeah, what do you see in him?
He's physical. He's a lot faster than I think a lot of people thought he was coming out of college. And just jumping off the tape, is physical. He breaks tackles. He's very aggressive at the catch point. And honestly, looking back, he's probably going to be like the biggest, physical challenge that we go up against on the outside. So it's a big challenge for those guys in the corner room. And we're excited about it, and we're going to go out there and compete.
John, what gives you the most confidence that this season's not going to spin out of control?
Just the type of guys that we have in this room. This building. We been through adversity. We've been through ups and downs. We got a lot of guys from different places. We've had success. We've had bad seasons. We've missed the playoffs. Went to the playoffs. Made runs. So I think just the leadership in this building gives us that oomph that we need to keep it pushing.
Off of that, John, you're a veteran on this team. You're a leader on this team. Do you need to step up and say things, or is it just you think everybody kind of knows the situation, or has anybody stepped up to say things as a leader on the team?
Yeah, you definitely have to step up. I think the vibe in the building, our backs are kind of, against the wall. We're at 500. We didn't see ourselves at this point. But, we can control our destiny. We can win out. We can win the majority of our other games. We can win these division games, and we have a chance. It's not like we have to hope for other people to lose or anything like that. So I think, we're still in a good place, but we definitely want to do better, kick it up a notch, and get ready for this little run we're about to make.
Kevin said this is a delicate portion of the season here. Everything's still in front of you, but your margin of error is razor thin. So how do you guys balance that without putting too much pressure on yourselves, but also at the same time, clearly there's a lot of stuff you guys have to correct to get where you want to be.
Right. I think it's ultimately like you got to find a way to win. That's it. Like, that's the bottom line. We can give up 500 yards on defense. If we win, we put ourselves in position to get everything that we wanted in the beginning of the season. So we can score 3 points. We can win the rest of the games 3-0. As long as we're winning, that's all that matters. So I think we have to try to set aside, the small, intricate, the minute details and just find a way to win games. And I think that's what matters the most.
Kevin said yesterday that you guys have to approach this game like your lives depend on it. Are you getting that sense already this week?
Definitely. Each week, we want to go 1-0 each week, and like you said, the margin for error is extremely small. We're almost midway through the season, pretty much midway through the season, and this is the time where teams start to separate themselves. You can either start losing or you can start winning, and I think we want to start winning. We got an even slate. We can say we're 0-0, so I just think winning these games and getting to that bye week, getting rested, coming back and making that push is so important.
Is it almost a good thing to have such an important game with all this stuff swirling around and all these distractions or things that could be distractions? It's almost good to have this important of a game to focus on.
I think you can use it as fuel. Like, it's a division game on the road. Those are always tough. They aren't any slouches. They're a great team, and like I said, I think we can use it as fuel, use it as an opportunity to come together and get ready to make this run.
How's your neck feeling after Sunday?
Oh yeah, I was good. After that play, I played a few more plays, and I felt like I could have finished the game, but it was like a safety thing. They wanted to get some pictures on what had happened, and but I feel great right now. I just taking it easy this week, but I'm 100% fully ready to play on Sunday.
You expect to play that?
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Last year you were with the Rams when something was obviously percolating between Goff and McVay, and then it exploded. And you were gone. But is this similar between Baker and OBJ that it took everybody by surprise?
I just think in the LA situation, it was kind of like, obviously Jared didn't leave the building. Jared was the guy that we were dependent on. So I think that's the biggest difference. In this case, it's kind of like, it's a moving piece, and I guess the leaders in this building feel like we can do it without him. Some guys might have a different opinion, but I think that's just the biggest difference. Like, one is a quarterback, one is a receiver that's missed time that we've played without him. So I think that's the biggest difference. So moving forward, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. Hopefully we can get him back somehow, but if not, we got to keep it going.
Do guys have a different opinion?
In terms of what?
You said people up top might think we could win without him. People in that locker room feel different.
I feel like the majority of this locker room would love to have him in this building, flat out.
All the focus with Cincinnati is Burrow and Chase. But what else in that offense do you really have to worry about? Because it's easy to focus on those two guys specifically.
Oh, Tyler Boyd has been quietly dominating the slot since he's been in the league. He's definitely a weapon. They're going to feature him. He's going to get touches to open up stuff for Chase. And then I said this early in the season, I think Joe Mixon is top 5 back in this league. And he's a tough runner. He has speed, elusiveness. He can do it all. He jump over you, stiff arm you. So they got a complete offense and a young gunslinging quarterback that's put some great stuff on tape. Unfortunately got hurt last year, but he can definitely beat you. So offense as a whole is a challenge, one of our toughest challenges up to this date. And it's on the road, so it's going to be tough. But that's why we're putting in this work this week, and I think we're in a good place right now.
When you say the guys want Odell, is that something you would express to Andrew Berry as they're kind of going through this decision-making process?
I don't think that's my place. I just, those guys have the title and the position they have for a reason. They're going to ultimately make the best decision that they think is for the team, and we just got to trust in it and believe in it and follow up with it.
Did you know Odell before this year? I know he spends a lot of time in LA. I don't know if you would have run with him.
I've ran into him a few times, not really close friends or anything like that, but I talked to him a few times before I got here.
So if he doesn't play again for you guys, do you think there'll be resentment because guys in the locker room do want him back?
I don't think so. Like I said, as players, we find this way to kind of go numb to stuff like this because it's just a business. That's just how it works. Obviously, there will be a little emotions in it, but I think we're just trained to just keep moving forward.
Putting yourself in the middle of the situation, I guess I am, but I'm not. How would you, as a leader on this team, go about mending that fence? That clearly needs to be mended between him and Baker now. Like, how can that happen?
I just look at it as how can we win? If there are plays out there to be made, we got to make them. That's offense, defense, special teams, and that goes across any team in this league. So I think it's just finding ways to win, and if that includes him, then we need to really emphasize that and follow through with it. But if not, then we just got to find other ways, and we got a hell of a run game. So it's just finding ways to win to me, and that doesn't come down to one or two people.
John, is it hard to balance the personal side of it versus the business? Like you mentioned, this is a business, but sure there's a lot of guys in there that like Odell as a person or even friends with him. Is that hard to balance that?
It definitely is, but like I said, I think we're trained. You know, a rookie will probably have a tougher time doing it, but when you see guys come and go for all different types of reasons, I feel like you're just kind of numb to it. And, you know, off the field, you could definitely have some emotions, but I think when you come into work, you kind of just got to lock in on the goal at hand and, you know, go to work.
So in light of how you feel about Odell, how do you feel in light of everything that's happened this week about Baker being the quarterback of this team moving forward?
I mean, he's a quarterback. You know, he took him that high in the draft. He's no-brainer our quarterback. So, like I said, we just got to find a way to make those winning plays, whether that's Odell, whether that's Jarvis, whether that's the run game. It doesn't matter. Same on defense, whether it's us turning the ball over, us having to score on defense. We just got to find a way to win these games.